Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, taking the time. I know this week is a little different for us. We promise these live weekly training webinars typically on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Today is Wednesday. We actually have a double header this week, and the reason why. First, let me back up a second. We have tomorrow is still on at 2 p.m., actually with Corebridge Life to talk about what's new and hot with Corebridge, and then what we wanted to do. Here we are in November, right? Also known as Movember for the men's cancer charity that we are part of every single year. And it's also Long-Term Care Awareness Month. So out of all of our carriers, and I know you're aware, we have over 90 companies on the life and annuity side and supplemental product side. Out of all of our carriers, standalone, riders, hybrids, when it comes to long-term care nationwide, in my opinion, stands apart. And William Sloan, our VP, who I've known for many, 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 many years, does a great job presenting some great product ideas, sales strategies. He's even going to share a quick marketing video with you all. So I wanted specifically to invite William and Nationwide on with us for LTC Awareness Month in November, which is why we squeezed in this webinar on a Wednesday midweek. Okay, so that's the 100-foot overview, and what we're doing today a little different. We're going to keep this short, sweet, to the point. We're going to keep this around 30 minutes or so. We might run a few minutes over, but we're not going to take up the hour. I know how busy you are, and I know we're back again tomorrow, like I said, at 2 p.m. So Nationwide, real fast, A-plus rated. I don't want to steal William's thunder. But when it comes to LTC in this new world, right, in 2024, post-COVID, 25, moving into the future, hybrids and LTC riders are where it's at. And I think you all, as an agent, you need to bring up consumer awareness, talk about some of the statistics, talk about some of these product solutions that you're going to hear about in just a few minutes. And I really think you have a 1-2 punch with Nationwide being A-plus rated, the household name and branding. So that's the reason why. Once again, there's a few reasons, but that's probably the main reason why we wanted to bring Nationwide on for November. So what we're going to do is jump right in. I want to share real fast. It's LTC Awareness Month, and last month and the month before, right, every single month, in fact, we have an awareness month, and the purpose is so our agents have new ideas, new statistics to go bring to the market. So you can say to your consumers, hey, by the way, did you know today's 65-year-olds have a 70% chance of needing LTC benefits in their lifetime? Okay, so chances are they're going to need it. Okay, and obviously when they're younger and healthy, that's the perfect time to get it because the premiums are less expensive. You can lock in with a hybrid or using LTC as a rider, which you couldn't do years ago with a standalone LTC policy. So again, bring awareness, use these bullets, these ideas, these stats. So your book of business, your prospects, consumers say, hey, Bill, I need a quote. Tell me more. Okay. That's where you come in, lean on our marketing team. We'll get you up and running. We'll get you quotes, brochures, everything needed so you can make the sale. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is talk about real fast a thank you email that will be in your inbox tonight. And we're going to include everything that William is going to be touching on today. Some great social media posts, great marketing videos, some great brochures. So again, you can take this to market and literally bring awareness, right? And I don't know if you follow Life Happens, but they also have some great graphics, flyers you can use. And the main idea is if you can walk away with a nugget or two, an idea to bring to your book, okay, and it opens 10% of the doors out there, okay, it just changed your month. It could change your year, literally. So real fast, what is all this about? And you know this, I say it every week. It's about our agents. It's about you all. It's customer service being number one, first and foremost. So you, the agent, is our customer. Okay, when we see things like this from Jesus and Joyce, this is on our Levinson Facebook page, which I hope you're following, or our Google reviews page. In general, the service provided by Levinson has always been stellar. On the right-hand side, I love this. Short and sweet. Levinson team, you're a 10. That just came in a few days ago. Please share on any of our pages, our review pages. We'll send you a prospecting book on us. Okay, so everyone's a winner. All right, next up is our big expo of the year. And I'm very, very, very excited about Thrive in 25, April 11th. Write this down. Don't miss it. We're going to have close to 300 agents, agencies attending, agent panel. We're going to have a life and annuity keynote speaker. It's going to be unique this year. I can promise you that, and I'm on record saying it. And here's the best part. So it's free for everyone. We bring in lunch, breakfast. We even have a dinner for the out-of-town agents. Plus, you can qualify for a suite on the sand, not right on the beach. One free suite on the ocean, $30,000 paid premium. That's life and annuity combined, including LTC, by the way, now that we're talking about this for November. At $60,000 round trip airfare, and the suite you get for one night, and then $70,000 you get that same suite for 2 nights and round trip airfare from anywhere in the country. Now, until the end of the year, guess what? Annuity premium is counted as double. So get in those annuity apps until year end. So again, it's free, but we want you to make a vacation out of this and then walk away with a bunch of nuggets on that Friday, change the balance of your year in 25, and hopefully change your practice for the better forever. Okay, that's the name of the game here. That's our focus, is key sales ideas you can walk away with. Okay, I have just, one slide left, and then William will take the wheel. What I want to show you quickly is long-term care in 2024 and moving into the future. It's my job to go out and handpick the best carriers with standalone products, hybrids, LTC riders, everything, so you can go bring these illustrations to the public and make a sale and not have a situation where another agent comes in and beats your product or price by 20, 30% and says, Bill, why did you bring this up to me? Okay, when there's something better available. So we have to pick out the best of the best. And what you're going to notice is, let's scroll to the middle section of the slide, hybrid life. That's where it's at. Okay, if you know LTC, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You need guarantees. Very simply put, you're going to notice Nationwide first, and then you're going to see Lincoln, One America, Securian, top section. If your client still wants a standalone LTC, okay, after you talk about all the bells and whistles of hybrids and riders, okay, we do have National Guardian Life, Mutual of Omaha, and then on the top right is single premium life with LTC riders, and then on the bottom is hybrid annuity with LTC products and carriers. Okay, so everything at your disposal. Let's move to our formal presentation. I want to introduce my friend and our VP with Nationwide, Mr. William Sloan. William, are you there, buddy?
Andrew,
Give us one
okay.
second. Yep.
Bill, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right, fantastic. I was muted there for a while, but now I'm not. Well, as Bill mentioned, my name is William Sloan. I'm the Regional Vice President with Nationwide on our Life and Long-Term Care Department. And I can't thank you enough for being on. We're going to give you less than 30 minutes of really good knowledge, and then once I'm finished with this, I'm going to send this presentation as well as some long-term care awareness materials to Bill as a follow-up. So if you don't see it here, you may see it this afternoon. Also, it's a small group, so put your questions in the chat. We'll answer them as we go along. But love the stats that Bill put up, and I'm going to share a few with you that actually, interestingly enough, I got from a carrier that's still processing claims, but they no longer sell products, and that would be Genworth. But they probably have the largest block of long-term care on the books of any carrier, but they're not selling new business. But let me just give you some stats that I got from them that are very interesting. Obviously, the one that Bill mentioned, about 70% of the people in general are going to need long claim. If a claim lasts for 1 year, more than likely it's going to go for 5 years. So just know if you got somebody that lasts 1 year, it's probably going to go at least 5 years. 50% of the claims are cognitive. Well, that means Alzheimer's, etc. And one of the follow-up items I'm going to send to Bill is a piece directly from Alzheimer's.org. And it basically says there are 7 million people now that have Alzheimer's, and there are 11 million unpaid caregivers. 11 million. And that's providing an incredible amount of hours. And once again, those are unpaid hours. So those are hours that a friend, family, or neighbor are having to spend caring for a loved one. So it's certainly something that we're seeing more of, and actually, interestingly enough, the ages are coming down in terms of people that have early onset Alzheimer's. And so November is certainly a great time to have a long-term care awareness month. When we finish here, I'm going to send Bill a number of marketing pieces that talk about long-term care awareness. I'm going to send some social media posts that you can put on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, as well as some videos that you can share with your clients. So let's get into the material. Once again, we've got a small group, so if you've got questions, feel free to just put them in the chat. So let me first start with this. Why Nationwide? We are an extremely highly rated company that we have been in business almost 100 years. Every year we pay over 20 billion in claims to our members. Now, I say members because these are not stockholders, these are policy holders, and they're also members of the company. We are a Fortune 100 company with over 60 billion in sales, and in the last couple of years, we moved into the number 5 spot for all U.S. life and number 1 in the linked benefit areas. And we'll tell you why some of that. The other thing to keep in mind is we are a mutual company. And the reason that matters is because we don't make decisions based on last quarter's stock report or earnings report. We simply write policies with the expectation we will pay claims on every policy. So the reason I bring that up is there are a lot of carriers in general in the life business that buy business either by underwriting or by pricing, and then the next generation of leadership has to pay for that. We don't do that. And I actually love this product we're selling you. Everything is guaranteed. I own it for myself and my wife, and couldn't be more excited to talk to you about it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is just the long-term care conversation in general. I'm sure you're very much aware that things have changed dramatically post-COVID. There's a lot more emphasis on health or home health care as opposed to people wanting to go into a facility. Most people that have funds want to stay at home. And if they stay at home, the care is either provided by friends, family, neighbors, or some kind of an agency that is extremely expensive. And I'll share some of that with you here in a minute. So one of the things that most people greatly underestimate is the cost of care. And you can see here what cost of care is today and what we anticipate cost of care to be in 20 years. I will tell you just from a personal story, my mother was sick 3 years ago. I went on to a Nationwide resource that all of our policyholders have access to, found a home healthcare nurse to come into the house at $21 an hour. At $21 an hour, 24/7 is somewhere around $13,000 a month. And that was in Columbia, South Carolina. So my guess is where you live is probably a little higher than that. But 24/7 care is extremely expensive. And when it comes to Alzheimer's and thing, or just cognitive type impairments, almost every claim starts in the home, and people, they remain in the home receiving care by friends, family, neighbors, or a caregiver until they simply can't stay there any longer due to safety. So one of the things that I love, you can either scan this now. I'm going to send this to you as a follow-up, but this is a cost of care map. So you're able to pick any state, and then you'll be able to drill down, pick a city within each state. You can put this on your phone, and when you're talking to a client, you'll be able to basically pull up and tell them what the cost of care for assisted living, nursing home, home health care, et cetera, is today, and then what you can expect it to be.
Hey, William, if you can hear us, I think we lost you for a second. Just bear with us, and let me call him on the other line. Let's see if he can hear me. Give me just 1 second.
Okay, I think I lost the audio for a minute.
Yeah, we lost you for about a minute there.
Okay, all right. So this is the individual product, Care Matters, that Bill was talking about. That is our hybrid product. The thing I love about this product is everything is guaranteed. It's not a use it or lose it proposition. It's not a situation where your clients are going to have to worry about what happens in the future in terms of are the premiums going to go up, etc. So I will tell you that if you start on the left-hand side where it says 5 payment options, we have the two that are used the most, no pay and the 10 pay. We also have a pay to 65 and pay to 100. We rarely see those, but it is an option. 1035 flexibility, I'm going to come back to that because I've got a great sales idea for you. And from an inflation perspective, most of what we see is 3% compound inflation. Got 3 refund to premium options. And then probably one of the coolest parts of this product, if you look in the center of the page at the bottom, it says retroactive payment on the elimination period. So if you've got an individual that has a 90-day waiting period, and all of our products have a 90-day waiting period, what we do is retroactively pay you. We can't propose it and sell it as a 0-day elimination period because technically it's not. But the first claim check is going to be for 4 months. And that's a, if you've got a $5,000 a month benefit, the first check will be for $20,000. And that's just a great feature because our goal is to get as much premium or as much benefit to the client as fast as possible. So give me an example, and this is an example where what we've done is tried to solve for what is the premium needed to generate a $5,000 a month benefit for an individual age 55. So in this example, you're going to, if you look at the bucket on the left, you're going to get $5,000 per month. And for the first 2 years, you're essentially using your own money. The next 4 years, you're using our money, and that's for a total benefit of 6 years. But if you look at the bottom, this shows what the benefits are with inflation and without inflation. And almost everything we sell includes inflation. The other thing that's really neat about this product is that benefits continue to inflate while you're on claim. And that's a huge benefit to the client because if you start out at one benefit, 6 years later, more than likely the costs are going to be more expensive. The one thing that I'll mention to you is if you notice, let me back up here. This is a cash indemnity benefit. And what I mean by that is at claim time, when you qualify either via activities of daily living or a severe cognitive impairment, we're going to write a check to the owner. And we're going to write a check to the owner, and the owner gets to do with it whatever they want. They can use it to have the grass cut, redo the house, pay a nursing home, pay a caregiver, pay a family member. But that is a huge advantage as opposed to a reimbursement contract where the individual incurs the expenses, submits them to the carrier for approval, and then the carrier determines which expenses are qualifying. That is not how any of our products work. All of our products work on what we call a cash indemnity basis. So what I've just explained to you is the individual version of this product, Care Matters. We've also created a joint version of this product called Care Matters Together. And essentially what it does is creates one large pool of funds that a husband and wife can use, and it's a 96 payment plan. And really what that means is one person can use it all, or one person can use some, they get better, pass away, and then the surviving spouse gets to use the rest. But it is by doing a joint product, the beauty of this is it's about 25% less in premium, but you're getting and you're also getting a longer benefit period of 96 payments. And the reason I say 96 payments instead of 8 years is because you could have a husband and wife on claim at the same time. If they happen to be on claim at the exact same time and come off claim at the exact same time, it would be 48 months each. That's almost statistically never going to happen. But once again, it's 96 payments. So I mentioned this here, that it is cash indemnity. The Care Matters Together is the first cash indemnity joint product on the market. And as I mentioned, it's about 25% less. The beauty of this, it is a shared pool. Women actually get a much better deal buying it on a joint product like this than buying it individually, just because you've got the benefit of 2 lives as opposed to 1. If you notice in the highlights below, it says allows an informal caregiver. We are a huge proponent of an informal caregiving, which is friends, family, neighbors, etc., to provide care, because our objective is that the individual receives care where they want it, how they want it, and the care provided by whomever they want to provide the care. So Bill mentioned hybrid long-term care products as well as riders. So this is a very quick snapshot of what we offer from a long-term care perspective. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen, Care Matters, this is the individual product that each individual has their own product. The middle of the screen is Care Matters Together, it's a joint product, one large bucket of funds. And then and typically those are going to have a smaller death benefit than a life insurance product that happens to have long-term care rider as an option. So, but it doesn't matter to us. We handle claims exactly the same across the board. Everything is cash indemnity across all of our product solutions. So one of the things that I wanted, this is a very interesting slide, and it really shows the cost of waiting. So if you look at the top left, you got a male age or a female age 50 looking to buy $5,000 a month. So if this individual buys at age 50, at age 85, the benefit's going to be $14,000 per month at age 85. And the single premium cost on that is $76,000, or the 10 pay of $91.79. But if you look down two columns below, if this individual waits to age 60, she's going to spend significantly more money, going from 76 to 93,000. But look at the pool of funds in terms of the benefit amount. The benefit's significantly smaller at age 85 because it simply had less time to grow. It's $14,000 as opposed to $10,000, and it costs significantly more to buy it. Now, the reason that I mentioned this is it's also a much higher probability that this individual may not qualify between age 50 and age 60. Just personally, I bought my product 6 years ago. I'm no longer insurable, but fortunately I already have it in place. So once again, this is on the female. This is the male version of that same slide. If you look at the male premium between age 50 and 60, it goes from 65,000 to 78,000, and on the single basis, and then the annual premium on a 10 pay goes from $7,800 to $9,700. So once again, significantly higher cost to wait if you can qualify. And then this is a similar slide on a joint basis. So once again, just really makes sense, as Bill mentioned, to buy this as soon as you have an individual that that understands the need. And most people, if they've got a loved one that's been through a claim, they certainly understand the need. Now, I heard Bill mention about annuities. One thing that's kind of cool about this product, or just a cool sales idea, if you've got somebody that's got annuity funds or sleepy assets sitting around, put the money into an annuity, take the distribution from the annuity and buy a Care Matters product. You know, they could certainly, they're going to have to, if it's qualified, they'll have to pay taxes on the distribution. But the beauty of this is that you're purchasing a tax-free benefit, death benefit, as well as the long-term care benefits. And then this is probably the coolest sales idea we've discovered out of you know, this, being in this for several years. So if you've got an individual that has a large whole life policy with a lot of cash value, if you bring the money over to us, we can split it any way you like. So we can put some into a SPIA, we can put some into a Care Matters product, we can put some into a life product. And it's just it's a great way to take assets that are sitting idle and bring them over to Nationwide, and then you can tell us how to split the money between either annuity, life insurance, or a linked benefit product. This is a phenomenal sales idea that can generate a lot of revenue for you, but also do a great job of just getting the client the protection they're looking for. And that's all. So we'll open this up for questions. We're right at 2:30, and once again, as I mentioned, as a follow-up to this meeting, I'm going to share to Bill a marketing piece from the Alzheimer's.org, marketing materials that we have for long-term care awareness, posts for social media, as well as some videos that we'll share with you. So, Andrew, let's open up for questions.
Sounds great. William, great job. Let me see what we have that came in that we couldn't answer. Andrew, anything for William before we put a bow on this?
Yep. So there's a couple questions from some agents about the no exam underwriting guidelines. Did you touch on that as far as the Care Matters individual and joint? What does that look like to do like non-medical or exam-free process?
Great question. So Care Matters does not have an exam, no labs, no APSs. The only time that we would want an APS is in the event that somebody is basically a decline, and we might want to get medical records in order to reverse that decision. So everything in this process is completely electronic. So the app is electronic. We have what we call a digital Part B. So the individual would actually go online, complete the medical. From that, we're going to pull MIB in a prescription check, and then we're going to issue the policy electronically. Something that's very new, which is also really cool, is does anybody, well, we can't ask the question out loud, but does anybody or has anyone had a client had to do a cognitive interview with a telephone interviewer that did not go well? My guess is the answer is yes. because they're asking about word recall. They're asking you to count backwards by 7. They're asking you to draw a clock. There's all kinds of things that could go wrong. One of the things that we have recently done is we have introduced a digital cognitive interview. And what that means is it's a 2-minute timed test that the client basically has to answer questions about numbers and shapes. That is it. Much easier than a telephone interview, and that is ages 60 to 69. But for the most part, to answer the question, everything we do is electronic on this policy, unless somebody wants a policy delivered by mail as a paper copy.
Great.
Okay, great. Anything else, Andrew, before we get into our slides?
One last question here from Al. He's asking, what is the longest LTC benefit duration? Is it the 6 years you mentioned on the slide, or is there more?
That is the most common. On the individual product, the longest is 7 years, and on the joint product, it is 96 payments, which is 8 years.
Okay.
Great.
Anything else, Andrew?
Hey, let me address that question though, because I probably know why this was being asked. There are some competitors in the field and in the market that have a unlimited claim lifetime benefit type duration. What you'll find is that most times, because of the pricing, they do not propose or suggest cost of living adjustments. Well, at age 80, that makes a big difference. So first of all, we are a cash indemnity. So at claim time, we're going to write you a check for the entire amount, not what's qualified by the carrier. Secondly, the benefit's going to be significantly higher because it has cost of living adjustments on it as opposed to no cost of living. What we have seen in most examples is that we're going to pay out more in 6 or 7 years than a reimbursement carrier is going to pay out in 12 to 14 years. So just to give a little context around the answer.
Yeah, it's always got to come from somewhere, I feel like. And that's a great point, William. All right, good stuff. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to switch gears. I have like 7 minutes left here, and I want to share some ideas, strategies for you to get the word out literally this afternoon on LTC Awareness Month. So first off, I also want to thank William for taking the time. We so appreciate you. We also did a CE course and webinar with William about 6 months ago. So we're definitely going to host something like that again with Nationwide and William for 2025. So you can keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll send out a notice and an update through email. Let's jump right in here. What I want to talk about real fast is cash for contracting, leads for contracting. So if you're already with Nationwide, you're not with Levinson, you want to move the contract to us, match or beat your commissions, plus with your first paid app, your choice, you can get $100 cash, goes all the way to, I believe, $500 now, or free orphans with production. So definitely worthwhile. And then, of course, take advantage and leverage all of our resources. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is talk about our resource center when it comes to LTC and living benefits. So this is a great place to visit. If you want to start sending e-blasts, we have consumer videos, we have agent recruiting videos, flyers, all the above. We can even co-brand some of these flyers and advertisements for you with your brand, picture, phone number, everything. So you literally just hit a send button. Okay, everything is at your fingertips, and you can just follow those yellow arrows. We'll include this in the thank you email tonight. Let's keep moving forward. By the way, I'm going to be done in about 5 minutes. I'm not going to keep you. I know we're back tomorrow again at 2 p.m., so I'm not going to take advantage of your time. I want you out there marketing, selling. Very easy to quote and apply when it comes to Nationwide. So they're part of our exclusive iSolve platform, which is built into our website. It's so simple. I'm going to show you exactly why I'm saying this. you come in here with your client, okay, face to face, through Zoom, webinar, it doesn't matter. You put in some basic information about your client, left-hand side, okay, and then on the right-hand side, what you're going to do is you're going to see the top products and carriers for that specific client. You're going to highlight Nationwide, okay, and then the yellow arrow below, start EAP, and then what happens is all of that information you just entered in for that consumer gets populated into our EAP. So you're sitting there with the consumer, they fill out the balance of the information, you hit send, boom, you just quoted and written a Nationwide electronic application from A to Z. That's simple, okay? Once you're appointed with us, then you have full access. So we make it very, very easy. And then everything's coded to you for commissions, renewals, and the list goes on and on. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is shift gears and talk about another great door opener when it comes to long-term care, spreading the word, okay? Maybe you have a client that can't qualify for a standalone LTC product, okay? This is a smaller home health care product, okay, up to $450 a day benefit. But here's the best part. It's virtually guaranteed issue. And this is on our Insure Me Now Direct platform, okay? So you can sell on the platform or off the platform. Takes less than 10 minutes. Just about everyone can qualify for this product through Manhattan Life. Commission's great. Renewals are great. It's a slam dunk. I call it a 1-2 punch when it comes to LTC, okay? Everyone should be open to a quote and purchasing a product like this. I love this, especially for the low-hanging fruit, okay? When I talk about door openers, when I talk about entry-level products that most people can qualify for, this is a no-brainer. So we're going to include the brochure in today's thank you email. You can check this out. Social media posts, we promise every week that we're going to pull up the top performing posts for that specific topic of the week. So today, it's all about LTC, okay? These are, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examples, okay, of what you can put out there in the universe this afternoon, okay? And again, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, change a few spokes, but this gives you the framework. And if you look at the likes in the comments, over 1,000 total likes, hundreds of comments, just based on these 5 posts, these 5 examples. Okay, these are from Life Happens. But again, it's common sense stuff, folks. Okay, you gotta put the material out, even if you get 1 like. It's more than 1 that you had the day before. Okay, we know how this works. And then you reach out to that 1 person. Okay, set up a meeting, run a quote, and boom, hopefully you got a new sale. The rest is history. Let's keep moving. Podcast. So if you want to learn more about that ultimate LTC door opener, jump on this podcast. It was number 47, where I had Todd, the president of Manhattan Life, and he talks about some strategies around this concept and product. I love this because it's just such an easy foot in the door without too many layers. Okay. Now, obviously, it's not for every type of consumer, that HHC product. Okay. But if you're talking about $100,000 dump in, of course, we're going to look into hybrids like Nationwide. If we're looking at an IUL or UL with an LTC rider, it's a totally different concept. But I love this ultimate door opener, okay, for most of the lower to middle America. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to talk about next is our 411 updates. So this comes to you in your inbox every other week. And what's important is you have to keep your finger on the pulse in the industry with all of our carriers and products. We just had, in fact, 2 hours before this webinar, we got a notice Mutual of Omaha is pulling out of the DI market. Their disability product is going away in January of 2025. Okay, so you need to know, hey, well, I know Emeritus just rolled out their new disability product, and Levinson now has full access. Okay, so you have to know what's hot, what's not, and this is a great place to keep your finger on the pulse when it comes to life annuities and supplemental products. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to talk about next, and then I have one last slide, and we'll put a bow on this. Wow, this is a record, 40 minutes. So real fast, this is our webinar schedule. What's coming up the balance of the year. So just a few things I want to point out here. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., don't miss. We'll have our big contest. This will be a full hour training with Corebridge, everything that's new in hot Manhattan Life. That's what I just went over on that door opener product. And we're giving you, on top of the great comp and renewals, $100 cash with your first app. Just under that, Emeritus. This is a big one. I just spoke about the DI. So you will now have access to all of their competitive whole life products, IUL, term with living benefits, DI. Okay, they have some great supplemental products that we didn't have access to before. Well, guess what? Starting December, we have full access. Just under that, our Ringy CRM tool updates. This is a no-brainer. If you're an agent in 2024 and you're not using a CRM tool like this, you're on the horse in reverse around New York City in 2024, and you shouldn't be doing that, okay? You got to be moving forward. Let's keep moving. Kansas City Life is finally rolling out a new competitive term product on top of their hottest term with return of premium, okay? They stand alone when it comes to ROP. That's going to be a big push for mid-December, okay? And then you'll be ready to start off the new year 2025. Let's go to our last slide, and then we'll wrap up here today. What we're going to do is, real fast, is talk about you as the agent. If you need anything to move forward, to spread the word about LTC Awareness Month or any of the products or carriers we just touched on, please don't hesitate to reach out to any one of our marketers. We now have 11 marketers in 3 states. Everybody is here to help you. No matter what time zone or state you're in, pick up the phone. Call us anytime if there's a problem. Okay, usually there's not, but if there is, me and Carrie are here to help you any day of the week, whatever time it is. Send me an email, a text, call me directly, whatever it is. I'm going to pick up the phone, or Carrie, we're going to jump in to make it right. We'll end with this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's simply the beginning of it. We rinse and repeat. This didn't work, we try something else. That didn't work, we try something else. Let's have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again, everyone.